Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Adrian Stewart. I am the Louisiana Swamp Rat, the Metis Mega Bowl, coming to you here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm about to leave my home state, going to Houston, then to New Zealand today. But there's some really big and important developments that have just come out from the Metis team. And so I'm going to go over them. I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time for things like AAVE, for things like updates, for things like marketing. I know that there's some, potentially frustrated, impatient people and who are way down. I mean, Metis is four times less than my average price, but I'm not tripping because I know what's coming and my $100 entry price. It's golden. You guys who have been buying it 14, 15, 20, 25, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 85, $95. You're doing better than me, and I love it. And I hope you guys have been going hard as fuck in this $20 range you've had for months, $14, $22 just a fucking few days ago. If you have any fucking clue, that's kind of like all in time because it's a steal. But let's get right into it. And this, I'll share with you guys what I'm so excited about. And I'm excited because I really dislike the oh goodness, it's got that background. Oh well, you're getting my United States Capitol, so uh anyway, that's on a related unrelated topic, but whatever, it's cool with me. I don't give a shit. So anyway, I hate the white view. It hurts my eyes, so I installed this dark program to read stuff. So anyway, let's get right into it. So this is the Metis. This was released just today from the Metis team, and this is the 2023 roadmap. So this is going to take a while because I'm going to read every word and talk about it. Metis is building the first of its kind hybrid rollup for Ethereum, poised to be delivered after decentralizing the sequencer. So just a little background. Metis is all about decentralization, decentralizing every aspect of the network, of the relationships, of on-chain stuff, on governance programs, and decentralizing the sequencer. So essentially, what that's doing is it's putting Metis in the hands of the people. Metis is not under the control or the dictation or the tyranny fucking totalitarian psychos who are sitting behind me. Metis is the opposite of that. They're giving it to me. They're giving it to you. They're giving it to the holders of Metis. They're giving it to the node runners. They're giving it to the people. And that's what separates Metis and makes Metis so, yeah, superior. I'll just say it. It's superior. It's superior because of that. It arose from the necessity for permissionless, just like Akash, permissionless, censorship free, and open collaboration, providing Ethereum users with an EVM equivalent, lightning fast, it's fast as fuck, costs a penny to send, easy to use layer 2. Following the launch, a succession of upgrades are introduced, including gas calculations. So what that did is no matter what the price of Metis was, it would adjust it so the fees were always the same and low. Peer node support, like I mentioned, community validator programs such as Sirius, my buddy AC, and finally the Smart L2 by implementing. I'm going to talk fast so I can get through this and it's not too fucking long. The Smart L2 upgrade, Andromeda enabled the lowest fees among any L2 for its users, fucking killing everybody as far as performance and speed and price, while preserving Ethereum's underlying security. Still uses the Ethereum security. It's still fucking badass. This was just the beginning. Decentralization, one of the three most essential elements of a blockchain network is decentralization. Elena and everybody pushes that. Last year, they took big steps toward it, reaching over 100 verifier nodes in the network and launching initiatives like the community ecosystem governance, approving teams and projects. Nevertheless, this year is going to be the year of decentralization in Andromeda, sequencer decentralization, governance decentralization. Maybe I'll slow down so you can understand me. In this roadmap, we'll cover the former, among other upcoming technical implementations for 2023. Before we get into this, I just want to make one little disclaimer or clarification that a few months ago, somebody reached out to me and, they were kind of disgruntled with Metis. And I did a tweet saying that there are some who feel that Metis is a failure, and people reach out to me. I'm not going to say who, but I got some pretty heavy feedback and input about the dislike of that comment. But it was not my input. It was that there were this person and some people who were basically impatient and saying, well, what has Metis delivered? Because AAVE was talked about a year ago, and I'd just like to clarify that I never, ever, 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 ever thought Metis was a failure or is a failure. It was just relaying that I received a lot of feedback from many people, but they weren't and aren't seeing clearly because Metis has been in development for years and years and years and years. And okay, so basically there was, kind of a year pause. In the last year, there hasn't been much that's been um, achieved or released or whatever, but shit takes time. It takes time to build the best L2, smart L2 in the world. And so everything that I'm going to talk about here, it's all been part of the long-term multi-year plan for Metis to be the dominator. And so AAVE's coming this month. Very likely AAVE will be live this month in April. And so what it took for AAVE to come on was all of these developments in the background, all this progress, all this building, all of this relationship building, all of the network building, all of the improvements to have a secure, steady, superior network. So anyway, that's what I'm going to say on that. So Metis is no failure. It's the fucking superpower, super god, fucking mega motherfucker, and that's why I'm backing it, and that's why I'm the Metis fucking mega bull, and don't ever fucking forget it. So this Bedrock upgrade, Metis Andromeda will be implementing Bedrock designed by Optimism. Metis is an optimistic rollup. By implementing Bedrock, Metis will be able to lower fees even fucking more. Some exciting features that will come with the upgrade. Alternative clients implementation capabilities, enabling a more secure environment for users. Consensus and execution separation, allowing for seamless integration of proto dank sharding EIP 4844. Deposit times will be shortened, allowing for a better user experience. Smart sync, sequencing, and state submission in order to enhance network robustness. Oh! Fast peer-to-peer networking, facilitating running nodes in the network. Optimal call data submission, providing users with the cheapest transactions among any rollup. They're already there. And with Bedrock, it's going to be even cheaper and even better. Last but not least, Canon. Bedrock will also enable the implementation of Canon fraud-proof system. Canon will enable simplicity and security in Andromeda, helping us to keep paving the way toward a Web3 economy. As rightfully said by the Optimism team, Bedrock, combined with Canon, is the only rollup architecture capable of easily supporting multiple fault-proof and client implementations. Native infrastructure. So the sequencer pool, this is where shit gets interesting. Metis will implement a decentralized sequencer pool as we strive towards security and decentralization for our users. Canon fraud-proof system will be a big step, but without a decentralized sequencer, it's irrelevant, and vice versa. Look at Matic. Look at fucking Solana. Look at all these other chains. There's like a few people who can shut down the whole network. It's crazy. Crazy stupid. All rollups, zero knowledge or optimistic, have been talking about decentralizing the sequencer for years already. I just want to go back up to that Metis failure topic. When Elon Trades shared Metis, well, I got it from him in August of 2021. He'd already been in it since $5 for a few months before because he's on it and he's a fucking man. But right when I saw Metis and learned about what it was for real within the next few months, there was never any doubt, and that's why I built Peak Finance on Metis. There was never any doubt that the Metis team is going to deliver a knockout product that nobody can fuck with and implement Vitalik Buterin's many hopes and dreams, DAX and reputation power and soulbound tokens. And, his mom does work on the team. She runs $100 million investment fund. But I just wanted to say, I knew in the core of my heart, after a few months of research, that Metis was it. There was never any doubt. And that's why I'm still the Metis Mega Bull. I'm Mr. fucking Metis. I've got so many people into Metis, and we're about to fucking do this shit. It's not all about token prices. Token prices are a result of network use, of TVL, of people seeing that Metis is the shit and all the things you can do on it. So sorry to digress. I had to add that. By implementing a decentralized sequencer pool, we will ensure hold on, I skipped some. All roll-ups, zero knowledge or optimistic, have been talking about decentralizing the sequencer for years already, but nobody's fucking done it. Metis will finally do it. By implementing a decentralized sequencer pool, we will ensure the security and liveness of the blockchain, two essential features in order to have robust decentralized finances and network. This implementation will ensure that no one bad actor can tamper with or censor the network, a la Matic, Matic or Solana, Shitlana. This will be the first instance of an this will be the first fucking instance of an Ethereum layer 2 sharing the sequencer's revenue with the community. Read that again. More details on whitelisting will be published soon. So they're going to share the sequencer's revenue with the community. According to Vitalik motherfucking Buterin, fucking godfather of crypto, godfather of Ethereum, Metis is like Ethereum 3.0. And what I mean by that is up to 1,000 times faster and cheaper. And it's here now. And look, Ethereum's going to get there at some point, but it's years and years and years and years away from doing what Metis can do last year. In his proposed schema for categorizing rollups, Metis is currently at stage 0. After integrating fraud proofs, will be at stage 1. And after decentralizing the sequencer, will be labeled as a fully functional rollup. So check it out. So this is how it works. Got your transaction. Ba-ba-doom, ba-ba-doom. All these go to the sequencer pool. Then we go to layer 1 on Ethereum, and that's why it's so cheap and so fast. So roll up, what it does, you have like 1,000. They shot 4 here. Say you have 1,000 transactions. They roll it into 1. They roll it up. It's just simple. Just listen. Optimistic. Hey, we're optimistic. This shit is good. Roll it up. I don't smoke that shit, but roll it up, and then 1,000 transactions into 1. So, swaps on Ethereum are like in 20, 30 bucks now. Sends are sometimes $10. Metis, penny for a send. Swaps, 10, 13 cents usually on the average, depends on what's happening. Hybrid roll up. This is where it all comes together. This is where the fucking money is made. This is where the hype is. This is where the legit shit is. This is where it all comes together. And I've been seeing Metis talk about this for about a year or so, so they've been on this, they've been working on it, and here it is. Metis is building a first of its kind hybrid roll-up. Nobody's doing this. Do you understand? Do you get it through your head? Do you get it through your head? Nobody is doing this. Nobody is doing this. Nobody. Yes, Matic has ZK, but they're not an optimistic roll-up. Matic's not even L2. It's like just a fucking clusterfuck. Their team is together, their marketing's on point, and they got the shit together. So I'm not criticizing them, but as far as the network and how it works and the chain, I'm not impressed. Anyway, so Metis is building a first of its kind hybrid rollup by combining the transcendent scalability of the optimistic rollup architecture with the security provided by zero knowledge cryptographic proofs. They're taking 2 of the best, optimistic rollup and ZK hybridization superior. Optimistic rollups are EVM compatible, extremely cost efficient, and provide lightning fast transaction confirmations. The main limitations consist of a lack of transaction finality, given all optimistic rollups need a 7-day period for transaction finality in case fraud proofs need to be executed, which means that right now, all optimistic rollups to get back to Ethereum, 168 hours you got to wait to get your shit back, unless you go through Gate or KuCoin, but I didn't say that, right? This also limits the ability of users to withdraw from optimistic rollups to Ethereum, given it takes 7 days for funds to be bridged. ZK rollups, on the other hand, are extremely secure, censorship resistant, like Akash, love you, Greg, and provide almost immediate transaction finality. It's not quite that, but I'll go into that more in a minute. They are currently being labeled as the future of rollups. I agree. Nevertheless, they also have their own limitations, mainly consisting of slower transaction confirmations, higher complexity for builders, arguable EVM compatibility, and higher transaction costs than optimistic rollups. If each of these has the capabilities that the other architecture is missing, hybrid, combining them would enable the best of both worlds in a single rollup class called the Metis superclass. And that's exactly what Metis Foundation is building, hybrid fucking rollups. So check this shit out. Fast transaction confirmation. Yes, on optimistic. ZK, no. Hybrid, yes. Fast transaction, optimistic, no. ZK, yes. Hybrid, yes. EVM equivalent, zero knowledge, no. Hybrid, yes. Censorship resistant, no. Optimistic, no. Hybrid, yes. Got it. Everything you want is in the hybrid. Who has this? Fucking Metis. Nobody else. Fucking fuck off. Can't fuck with it. EVM equivalence by utilizing the optimistic rollup architecture, Metis can offer Ethereum developers an easy to code in blockchain. Faster transaction finality by implementing zero knowledge proofs to our optimistic rollup architecture. Transaction finality time will be reduced from 7 days to approximately 4 hours. It's not 4 seconds. No, it's not 4 minutes. It's 4 hours. It's not fucking ideal. It's not perfect, but that's what it is. 4 hours. I hope it doesn't kill a trade or something that's, pressing. But 4 hours, it's what it is. Deal with it. It is what it is. Enhance security. Validity proofs ensure the correctness of off-chain transactions and prevent operators from executing invalid state transitions. They rely on trustless cryptographic mechanisms for security, increase throughput. Zero knowledge proofs remove the need for extra data. Each transaction holds only the minimum requirement, the minimum required. This greatly increases throughput, consequently helping reduce Ethereum's congestion. Thank God. Capital efficiency. Users benefit from greater capital efficiency and can withdraw funds from layer 2s without delays, 4 hours. Decentralization. All transactions are processed in parallel, encouraging verifier decentralization. This model, stores data needed to recover the off-chain state on L1, which guarantees security, censorship resistance, and decentralization. The hybrid rollup is achieved by utilizing ZK MIPS. So what this means is that with zero knowledge, one party's like, hey, I got the shit, I got the knowledge. And the other person's like, okay, you got it? Cool. I trust you. Done. So what they're doing with ZK MIPS is that there's multiple inputs of we got the knowledge, we got the information, we got this. So it's not just one bump, it's bump, bump, bump. We've all we've all got multiple information sources to verify that this shit is accurate. This new rollup system, this new rollup architecture will consist of Stark-based provers, verifiers on MIPS generated by Cannon. So why Stark? It's improved cost-efficient proof generation, recursive proofs, and quantum safety. Hybrid rollups will provide fast confirmations and fast finality, but will impose a slight increase in cost. This is why the Smart L2 upgrade was implemented in May 22, when cents went from about 25 cents down to a penny, paving the way for the upcoming hybrid roll-up architecture. Speaking of AAVE, on Ethereum, if you want to swap and do stuff, it can. I sent some. I tried to send some Ethereum like 2 days ago. It was over $10 to send. Maybe that was a swap. It was my swap. Even sends were like $8, or it was something stupid. It was several dollars, $5 to send, and like $12 to just swap in MetaMask some ETH for USDT or something. It's fucking stupid. Stupid expensive. Blah, 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 blah. This is why the Smart L2 upgrade was implemented in May 22, paving the way for the upcoming roll-up architecture. They will enable the best of both worlds. How does the hybrid roll-up work? When a user makes a transaction in the network, hybrid roll-ups would work as follows. Cloud computing, then the sequencer, the decentralized sequencer that Metis is going to share money with you. And for people who don't know, the Metis token is about 44% distributed, meaning of the 10 million that will ever exist, there's about 4.4 million circulating. And then, well, what about the VCs? They're going to dump on us. Where are all these other tokens, these millions and millions? They're going to double the circulation. The circulation is going to builders and users of the network. There's no more VC shit. Fucking founders aren't dumping. People aren't dumping. All the VC dumping was done about a year ago. So Metis is rewarding users of the network. That's where the tokens go. That's what it is. It's the people's network. And just like Volkswagen is a people's car, Metis is the Volks crypto. Crypto for the people, of the people. The proposer submits the transactions and states. The prover reads from L1 to produce the blocks and MIPS. The prover submits the zero knowledge proofs. I know this is some kind of nerdy tech shit, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Once proof generation is completed, if not submitted, the verifier gets to start fraud proofs process. The sequencer potentially gets slashed. Once proof has been submitted, smart contract is satisfied. If not satisfied, verifier gets to start fraud proofs process. The sequencer potentially gets slashed. Transaction finalized. Here it is for people who like to learn visually rather than listen to me speed talk. A high level scalability of optimistic roll-up architecture working in tandem with the security, censorship resistance, and fast finality enabled by ZK proofs will provide a roll-up architecture like never seen before. Hybrid roll-ups will lay the ground for hosting open, trustless, and decentralized collaboration. Conclusion is that by combining all the upcoming implementations covered in this roadmap, Metis is building a state-of-the-art Layer 2 ecosystem to host and secure decentralized applications. We remain committed to our vision of building a Web3 economy and believe that these upcoming developments will enable the necessary degree of scalability, security, and decentralization in order to achieve this vision. The hybrid roll-up architecture will pave the way towards faster transaction finality, increased security, throughput, and capital efficiency on an easy-to-code decentralized blockchain. The perfect mix in order to host a Web3 economy. About Metis at the very end of the story. Metis Andromeda is an EVM equivalent Ethereum layer 2 focused on bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. Metis provides users with a secure, decentralized, and scalable, easy to use network by combining a robust layer 2 with on-chain credentials and DAX, decentralized autonomous companies. Vitalik Buterin, thank you very much. Metis is building the perfect ecosystem to host open, decentralized, and trustless collaboration secured by the one and only Ethereum. One last little footnote on this, that yesterday Metis announced in partnership, I've spaced out on the name, Um, you can look it up. It's real easy. Maybe I'll put it in the description. I'll try it. Basically, they've got their Explorer because that was one of the problems. The challenges is the Metis Andromeda Explorer was pretty user unfriendly, and for taxes, for a whole host of other reasons, it was far from ideal. But they've partnered with a company now, so you can track all the tokens, you can track all the holders, you can track everything. It's very, very similar to Etherscan, Metascan. Um, for whatever reason, they didn't use Etherscan's version to do it, but they got that, so that's there. So I hope you stuck with me for all this and you're fired up as fuck about things. There's a few protocols on Metis that I'm bullish on. Hummus looks to be good. It's basically they're implementing Balancer. Hermes is a 3-3 Solidity protocol, and their V2 is coming out soon, and they're going to be on Arbitrum and Metis, and they're going to be offering mega super efficient swappings, and their pools pay pretty well. So um, that's good. Of course, I'm the one of the founders of Peak Finance DAO, which started out as an algorithmically senior pegged token, Peak to Metis seniorage protocol. But we actually have many other things that Peak is introducing. We've already got Peak NFT wrapping. So on the Andromeda network, we're offering NFT wrapping. And there's another revolutionary, never done before in the history of crypto um, protocol process that we're going to be introducing on Metis initially. And I think I'll be able to talk about it like soon, days. It's pretty much done, but it's gonna blow your minds, and it will be copied, of course, because it's fucking amazing. But I can't talk about it yet, and I can't even mention it or tease it because somebody will steal it and copy it. But that's just how it is in this world here. But anyway, I love you all, and thank you very much for listening. And hit me up if you need anything. And I'm going to be in Austin during Consensus, so I hope to see you there. I'll meet up with anybody. Hopefully, we can have a swamp rat meeting. Everybody can get together, meet with everybody, and go from there. So yeah, that's the dealio. So I'm going to sign off now. And where's there? Stop the share. Yeah, so that's it. And I hope you like the show, and I hope you like Metis. And if you're not bullish as fuck after listening to my dumb ass talk about all their fucking sick tech, now the question is, when's Bedrock coming? When's the other part coming? When's ZK coming? Who fucking knows? ZK is, I'd speculate end of year to maybe next year, but you just never know. Things take time, and they usually take a lot longer. Like when we build stuff, it takes longer than you ever could imagine. But Bedrock's probably not too far, and it'd be really nice if they introduced it before before AAVE. And in my opinion, AAVE has some tokens, some projects, their TVL has gone up exponentially, and I see that we could have the shift um in Metis with Ave coming on. So let's get that bump and just get everybody rocking and rolling. Oh, there's Hero, which is another big one on Metis, which looks good. Guys at Mogkek. So do your research, but there's gonna be some projects on Metis that go fucking mental. And like our pro token at peak, which is a few pennies, which it was trading at well over $5. So anyway, I'm not plugging myself. This is just a general Metis thing. So I'll shut up about myself and say the future's bright. And if anybody knows what the fuck is going on, they're going to be fucking buying the fuck out of Metis and Metis products. Love you. Bye. Wishing you well always.